Oh, I'm John Miglosh for the Wisconsin DMA and the International Society for Strategic Marketing. So, yesterday we left off with an excellent article by Alice Crick, and I reached out to Alice, and as in her as in her title, she's been silent, which speaks volumes. But I know I know a couple of people at the drum. We'll find Alice eventually. I think she has like 100 connections on LinkedIn. So Alice, sometimes it's appropriate to reach out and to respond, but not always. Now my WhatsApp people are jumping on me from all directions. They don't pay. My family does not pay attention to excellent my excellent news show. That much we'll say. Okay, but the point Allison made was that we have a responsibility to only speak when we have something of value to say. And you don't need to overwhelm the marketplace. She says you don't need to publish something every day. And she thinks that's nonsense, which is, fine. Uh, Ever increasing content fatigue. Well, in that spirit, North Face yesterday apologized profusely for what they did. Does anybody know what they did? Let's watch this video because it kind of takes credit for it. Everybody starts their trip, their vacation, by looking on Google at the place they're going. And Wikipedia is what Google gives first choice to on images. That's the point. And nobody's ever noticed this before at this level. That Wiki images get killer Google rankings. So they switched the Wikipedia photos. This is great. And they put somebody in the foreground wearing North Face gear. Okay. So then they put in somebody. I think it's funny. And in a lot of cases, they had these photos because they have photo contests and things. They hacked the results to reach the top of Google search all over the world, saying absolutely nothing. And of course, they put out this video about how great they did. Oh, and they're such a genius ad agency. And I think Leo Burnett their theme used to be the truth well told, but this isn't exactly the truth, which I think goes along with Alice's point, right? Alice's point is that you can have value over volume. Now, so anyway, North Face is sorry for hacking Wikipedia photos. This is the kind of stuff they did. Okay, and apologized profusely. Now, oh, this is such a great story. Anyway, the Hustle said that this was not even good native advertising because it's more like vandalism than it is like user-generated content or influencer content. No one consulted Wikipedia, and almost instantly, here it says, members of the Wikipedia community smelled the branded bullshit and edited out North Face logos almost immediately. Right. Now, so that is the question. We'll go short today. North Face apologizes, and it was done out of the Leo Burnett in Brazil agency area down that way. But now we're trying to figure out how to fix it, right? And a couple of people said, be respectful, enter the Wiki Loves Earth annual photo contest, work with editors to contribute content to some of the articles across Wikipedia and release some of the images from the past 51 years under a free license in Creative Commons. Yeah, okay, that would have made tons of sense. Why not release your photos with your logos in them in a nice way, like those are? Those are tastefully done. Where there is somebody in the picture who probably took the picture. You've probably had photo contests where your travelers took their selfie in front of Sugarloaf or Half Dome or on the top of Mount Everest or something like that. You have credible truth. And yet you phonied it up and photoshopped these pictures, probably, and stuck them up there without anybody really authoring them except North Face. And what you should have done is have your community, which apparently was involved in it, post these kinds of images. Have a contest, not just a photo contest, but have a photo contest in context. So we say, I did a photo in San Diego from a restaurant on the harbor, and it looks across to downtown San Diego, and that got an award or something, an honorable mention. It wasn't even perfectly level. I did it with my phone, and it wasn't even perfectly in focus because it was a time lapse. It's hard to hold them steady. But I got a mention on Travel. I don't know what it is. Travel Pro, I was going to say but anyway, one of the travel sites gave me some kind of honorable mention for my photo. Okay, so now the contest for North Face is take your picture with yourself and North Face in the context of the photo, which makes it a little difficult. And if it gets placed in social media, you place it and then show it to us placed in social media, which will get you more backlinks, right? And as part of the image detail, you could actually put in the items and where they got them and stuff like that. And then it becomes a legitimate user-funded campaign. And you can offer huge prizes, trips around the world. There you go. I've saved you. But don't just, what you did was you globbed up Wikipedia. It was vandalism. Now, there's a fine line. In college, I ran a campaign, and we had a speaker come in, and one of the ideas was that we write on chalk on the sidewalks. Everybody did it. I kind of had a casual conversation with somebody at the university, and they basically said, if you don't ask us, then it's okay. It rains and it's gone. We don't mind. Everybody does it. So I put somebody in charge, and I told them that exact thing, that I had gotten it kind of backdoor, that it's okay. What did he do? He went and scheduled an appointment with the administrator of sidewalks at the university, who told him, no, you can't do it. Now that you've asked me for formal, like a letter of permission, no, I'm not giving it to you, and if you do it now, you're in trouble. I said, well, at least you're done with your job. And that was the deal. That was the deal. So anyway, think about that. Think about the reaction. Think about the consequences. Do it in a polite way. There's tons of ways. This was so creative, it just was a terrible idea. It was a terrible execution. It wasn't a terrible idea, it was a terrible execution. That note, have a great day. Like and share my stuff, because I think it'll make you think. And your friends. Have a great day. I'm John Miglash.